Your TV is evolved. What once were analog signals caught from the air by antenna are now digital signals pulled from the internet by your wireless router, just like your computer, pulled by your cable box from your cable company, or originating from digital recordings stored on DVDs and sent from your DVD player. Once received, these signals are pushed into your TV over HDMI, or high definition multimedia interface cables, by the devices that you own. These HDMI cables plug into outlets in the back of your TV. To identify each signal, these HDMI outlets are numbered: HDMI 1, HDMI 2, HDMI 3, etc. And your TV and its remote control follow contemporary custom by calling these labeled outlets the devices to which they're connected, and their transmitted signal the source. Your TV came with its own remote. This remote is the one it likes best. Your other remotes, your Xfinity cable remote, your Apple TV remote, and your DVD player remote, can and will control your TV if you let them, or even if you accidentally push a button designed to steal control from your TV's original and favorite remote. But always use your TV's remote as the gatekeeper to give control to your other devices. It's the quarterback, it's the one above all the rest. It's the step one go-to remote that you should always use first. And it looks like this. Its source button is at the top of the remote, and it's the most important function. Its icon is an arrow coming into a box to indicate an HDMI cable coming into your TV. After you power on your TV, press this source button to select the signal that you want your TV to broadcast. A menu of options should appear along the top of your screen, labeled something like this: HDMI 1, cable; HDMI 2, Apple TV; HDMI 3, DVD. Use the arrow buttons on your TV's remote to select from these options the source you would like to use. When that source darkens as the cursor goes on top of it, press the button that's in the middle of the 4 directional arrow keys. All other device remotes are the bastard stepchildren of this branded remote that came with your TV. Only after you've selected your input should you pick up another remote control. And when you want to use a different source, abandon that bastard remote for your TV's original. Hit the source button and select another input. Your HDMI 1 or your Xfinity seems your most often used source. Your HDMI 2 or your Apple TV and your HDMI 3, which is your DVD player, seem the least used. When you want to switch from Xfinity to Apple TV, drop your Xfinity remote. Go back to your TV's blood offspring go-to remote, hit source, select HDMI 2, get the Apple TV remote, which is flat and silver, and press buttons on that remote until your Apple TV's light goes on, and wait a few moments. Your Apple TV home screen should appear. Select the app that you wish to use on your Apple TV using its remote, and here is where you find Netflix, as well as other apps that are available in the App Store, which is also on that home screen. You can experiment with that and look for apps that you've heard of. You'll find them here. But it's important that if you want an app on your Apple TV, as if you want an app on your computer or on your phone, you have to have your Apple ID and your Apple ID password. Those are the keys to the kingdom. Without those, you will not be able to get apps or programs that you'll like. So make sure that you have your Apple ID and your Apple ID password in order to use your Apple TV. You need to then experiment with your Apple TV in order to get comfortable with it. That is the only way that your knowledge and your comfort level are going to grow. When you want to switch back from your Apple TV to your Xfinity, drop the Apple TV remote, go back to your TV's blood offspring go-to remote, hit source, select HDMI 1, pick up your Xfinity remote, hit power at the top right if necessary, and then go to work. Use this same method of switching using your TV's blood offspring go-to remote when you want to use your DVD player. Only select HDMI 3/DVD and make sure that the DVD player is on so your TV will find the electronic signal. Always return to your TV's blood offspring go-to remote to switch from one source to another.